Hey everyone, welcome to part 4 of Let's Play The Sims 3 Pets. And I'm going to be showing you how I set up my mods, and they're all by Nraas. And we're going to be going through story progression, master controller, overwatch and register. And I will put a link in the below bar thing to his website so you can read up about them, download them, etc. Okay, before we start, I just want to quickly say that the information I'm getting about these options and settings is from his website. You'll be able to find the information if you click on story progression or whichever mod, and then I think it's under interactions and it will tell you what each thing does. So if I'm not explaining correctly, then you'll want to go there and see what it says, see what Twalan officially says. But this is just what I know from his website and from me personally using it. But you want to make sure that you read about, you want to read the FAQ, and you also want to make sure that before each patch from the Sims 3, like when you open your launcher and it says your patch needs updating, you want to make sure that before you do that, you take out your mods and you don't put them back in until Twalan has updated them, which he will say on his website whether or not, like which patch level each mod is associated with. So you'll have to keep checking and see if there's one associated with your patch level. I'm explaining this really badly, but if you just Google it, you'll find information about that. But yes, just be careful with them, because although for me they actually fix my game and improve my game and stop the lag and the problems, if you use them incorrectly and use the wrong patch level or something like that, you could ruin your save games. So just make sure to always have a backup. But I'm sure you guys are clever enough to do that anyway. Okay, so we are going to start with story progression. Because I've already started the game, this save file, you missed out on a bit at the beginning which says welcome to story progression blah blah blah, which you'll get if you have the mod. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Nraas story progression general options, and you want advanced mode to be on true. If it's already on true, that's absolutely fine. But if it's on false, you want to click it and it will change to true, and you want to press tick. And I'm going to press unpause, and the notification that comes up is what will come up normally when you first start your game. And also, and obviously you've got the mod in there. This is what will pop up. So it says, welcome to Nraas Story Progression Mod. It appears this is the first time using this mod in this town. Currently this mod's story progression is disabled and not maintaining the neighbourhood. Do you wish to enable the story progression now? If you choose to turn it on later, you may do so via any computer in town. So you want to click yes, obviously. This is just telling the mod that you want it to work. And then it brings up another one saying the town council has expressed dismay regarding the local vagrant population and would like to run them all out of town. Do you approve? All homeless Sims will immediately be deleted by this action. So when this first came up, I was a bit confused and I didn't know what it meant. But basically there's an option in the settings to manage homeless Sims, which basically means I'll get rid of them all. Homeless Sims are a pain in the butt because they cause lag and they bloat your file. So story progression will, as it says here, it wants to immediately delete all the homeless Sims. This won't delete the ones in the houses because they've got a home. It's just the ones without homes. So you want to click yes. And I think that's all the pop-ups you should get. Yeah, that's it. So that's what happened at the beginning of the game. And then when you want to change the settings yourself, you want to go to City Hall. Or you can use a computer, I think, but City Hall is always there, so you may as well use that. you want to go to Nraas, story progression, general options, and we are going to start in options households. So here is where manage homeless is, the setting for manage homeless is. So if you've accidentally ticked no at the beginning, you can come here and you can put it back to true, which is where you want it to be if you want to kick out all the homeless. And also under here we are going to look at I know, sorry, that's it for this section. That's all for households. Yep, but we are going to go on to, I think it's under romance. Yep, and we're going to go to marriage name. So this is when two Sims in your town that you're not controlling will get married, what you want their surname to be. Its default is female male, which means you're going to get a lot of double-barreled names, so I normally just go for husband. So that's changed that. And I think that's the only setting in romance. Yeah, so you want to click tick and go back into general options, and then we want to go to options Sims, town occult ratio. So it's on 50. That means that 50% of the Sims in your town can be an occult, which is a vampire, a Simbot, a mummy, etc, etc, etc. So we are going to set this to 0 because I do not want the town to be overrun by vampires, which is a big problem that comes with late night, which is one of the reasons I didn't get late night until a couple of months ago. But with this mod you can stop your whole town becoming vampires and living forever. So we are going to click tick, and that's changed that there to 0, and we're going to go back. The next one, I think it's in lots. Yep. So you want to go to options, lots, options, immigration/emigration, and the immigration gauge, whatever, is set to 0 by default, which means no new Sim families are going to move in, which is good if you want to keep everything as it is. It means no vampires are going to move in, although we've already changed the town occult ratio to 0. But basically if you want families to move in, you want to move that up to a value which is not 0, but we're going to keep that on 0. Oopsie. Let's go back in. Where were we? I think we were on lots. Yep. And then we're going to go into options inspection. And this is basically, if, for example, the double bed count, if there's not enough double beds, the Sims will move house to a house where there are double beds. The same for cribs, career objects, and pet beds. I turn all of these off because otherwise you get a lot of families moving around over and over and over again because there aren't enough double beds if they have kids, and none of the families have children because there's no cribs in their houses. So I click through and turn all of these to false, and I've done this in all my gameplay since I've got this mod, and it hasn't hurt anything. So I suggest doing that unless you want to go through yourself and add cribs and double beds to all the houses, but I could not be bothered to do that. It's way too much effort for me. So we are going to do that. And I think there's one more setting. Options lots. Oops, we've already done that one. Oh, right, yeah, sorry. Right, we want to go story progression, and this time we want to go town options. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go to allow celebrity, and I'm going to turn that to false. So you click on it, you press tick, and it's now false. So basically you can't have celebrities, which is good because I think the celebrity system in late night is really flawed and it's not fun, and everyone becomes a celebrity, so what's the point of being a celebrity if everyone is one? So we are going to change that to false. And that rant is going to be for another day. I want to tick that again. And I think that's all the options for story progression. Just give me a sec. Yep, there's one more, which I normally put on, which is, oopsie, sorry I hit the mic. It's called legacy name marriage or something like that, which means if anyone with the family that you're playing, that surname, gets married, they keep the surname, so you can see more easily where the family tree is going. Because if they marry off, they'll keep their surname, if that makes sense. But I'm not actually completely sure where that setting is, and I don't think it's necessary for this LP because it's not going to be a legacy as such. But actually, you know what, screw it. Give me a minute, I'm going to Google it and I will come back in a sec and change that setting as well. Okay, I'm back. And I have found the setting. It's in story progression, town options, and it's down here. And you want to click it and press tick. And it will then be on tree. So, yeah, there's one more thing with story progression is the stories. If you remember in my last part I was bringing up a lot of things talking about when townies got skills and when they got job. Oh, and that is really boring. So we are going to go into Nraas, story progression, general options, and we're going to start with skills. You want to click skills, you want to click stories. You can see here you can have blood, enemies, friends, none, only residents, blah 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 blah. So we are actually going to put that on none because I don't care if someone gets a skill, in all honesty. So that's on none. We're going to go back and options, careers, stories. I'm going to put this on blood. That way if we kick someone out and they change job, we're going to know about it. So just blood. I think we want to know about everything else. You'll see the notifications are much less frequent now. It might turn off flirt actually. No, we're going to keep that on for now, and if it becomes too much I will go into settings and switch a couple of other things off as well. But I think that'll do for now. Now as you can see there are a lot more settings than I have talked through. If I were to talk through every single setting, this video would take about 4 hours. So if you've seen a setting you want to know more about, go to his website and there is a ton of information there. But yeah, the settings I use in my mods are only ones which give me more control over the world, so I can say no vampires, no celebrities, blah blah blah, and I don't tend to use anything that changes actual gameplay or makes anything easier or anything like that. But anyway, this video is actually getting really long already, so we are going to go on to the next mod, which is Master Controller. So Nraas, Master Controller. Okay, so we want to go into settings, and we are going to turn allow memory creation to false. So what this is going to do is, you know when your sim goes to the store and they get a pop-up saying I've just been to the store, blah blah blah, we don't want that, because they're just stupid and you get them all the time for everything. If it was just for like having a baby and getting married, it'd be fine, but it's literally you get a memory for everything. And what that does is it bloats up your game file, because everyone in the town is also getting these memories. So say I've got 100 people in my town, they're all getting memories. That causes lag and a larger game file, which means more loading time. So we're going to turn that off. And there's also should be a setting for removing the memories, which I can't see. I don't know whether I'm just being blind again. Let me just go back in here and see if I can... Oh, I think we need to go into sim. Basic. Is it basic? No. Intermediate. Yeah, okay, so you want to go to, well, I think you saw what I did, but sim, intermediate, you want to click remove memories. Now what it's saying here is you're selecting the criteria for the sim that you want to pick to remove the memories. We want to remove memories from everyone, so it doesn't matter what we choose here. I'm just going to go for age. No, I'm not going to go for age. Oh, there we go. Okay, so you want to click age, and then when it comes up with that, you want to click X. And here we've got everyone in our town. Look at them all. So everyone in our town, and we want to click all here, and we want to click tick. You saw I clicked just there as well, and it says you were about to delete the memories that match the following criteria. All. Proceed, yes. So again, this is gonna, because I didn't change these settings right at the beginning of the town, of my save file, and we're already a day in. People have already got memories. Even my family already had memories, so I've removed the ones that were already there, basically. So if you're doing this right at the beginning of your save file, you won't need to do that if you click memories off straight away. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so that's actually all we're going to do for Master Controller. Master Controller also has a load of different settings. It's a great mod, but as I said before, I mainly only use these mods to get rid of lag and problems with the game. So we are now going to go to Overwatch. Basically, Overwatch, it deletes, I don't know how to explain this because I don't really understand it myself. The way I understand it is that when... Oopsie, I pressed stop record again. Sorry about that. I can't remember what I was saying. But basically, it deletes a load of cars that the game creates, like extra cars that people aren't using. I'm not sure why the game does this, because it's stupid, but Overwatch at 3 AM will clean up all the cars, and it normally cleans up like 30 to 40 every sim day for me. And it also switches off TVs and stereos and checks people whose aging is stuck. So it basically just fixes your game. So if you're only going to get one of these mods, I definitely recommend Overwatch. It's made my game a lot less laggy. And all the settings are there already, you don't actually need to change anything. And the last one we're going to go into is Register, which I only got recently. Because you can go into Paparazzi, and we are going to remove Paparazzi. See, there's already 3 and we've only been playing for a day. So these are just random paparazzi sims that the game has spawned, so we're going to delete them. Oops, I don't actually think I clicked them. No, I didn't. You need to click them and then press tick. And then we're going to choose allow paparazzi to false. In Register you can also change animal control. So you can say like maximum stray cats 1, which is actually what I normally do. I normally put all these down because it causes lag, but we're going to keep them up for now because it is a pets LP after all. And the last thing is allow tourists. We're going to set that to false. And up here where it says allow immigration, this means allow immigration for NPC roles, which is for bars, you know, to run professional bars and that kind of thing. And I never know whether to leave this on true or false. If it's on false, the Sims in your game that have other jobs will be made to go to bars and stuff, and I'm not sure if that ruins anything. So we are actually going to keep that on true. So that's it, that's all the mods I have. I hope this has been useful. Let me just quickly show you something as well. That once you do all this, it brings up and it tells you what you've done. So also, if you can't find any of the settings I've showed you, make sure advanced mode is on true, because it took me about an hour to figure that out at first. So yeah, it will bring up telling you what you've changed. So yeah, I think that's it. Again, I hope this has helped. So that's everything, and I definitely recommend getting these mods if you have any problems with lag in your game, because I actually am running this on a laptop which is almost 2 years old and wasn't very good when I bought it. So these mods pretty much let me play the game without lag. So okay, also they have showed a preview of a basketball looking set at the Sims 3 store. If you go to store general discussion, they've got a sticky and they've got a picture of like an arcade basketball game type thing, and I'm really hoping that comes out today, and if it does, I am going to buy it and I will post a review about it, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and thank you for watching. Bye guys! Okay, I'm back.